Yet again, and we truly were two individuals who only sort of fell head over heels and were together. And it didn't resolve continuous. You realize I understood that it was something that it wasn't ideal for me, since I had several discussions. And I ought to have turned on that on the grounds that I resembled you, Miss Lopes. I'm not a freedom to express anything about that man relationship. Or would he in all actuality do like that? Did he express something to me one time, quite some time in the past? And Chris Knighty's wedding he advised me to take me shopping. I saw him like, what did you simply say? I realize a ton of tea has been spilled about the music business throughout the long term. Yet you should plunk down for this one, since it seems like we found the level. All things considered, with regards to zesty VIP tattle, you might have caught wind of Diddy's affection life previously. Yet did you anticipate that J.Lo should spill the tea in such a shocking manner? The pop star didn't freshen up their grimy clothing. She additionally blamed Diddy for sending a few undesirable trinkets as sexually transmitted diseases. Oof, that is gator harmed. We should rewind to the start of this demi-adventure. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were a warm thing in the last part of the 90s, and their relationship was more sizzling than a late spring heat wave. They might not have endured long, yet their enthusiasm was evident. Lopez even talked about their unique association, saying they had a bond that no other person could comprehend in her birds. Lopez made sense of we fostered this bond. We both comprehended where we were around then in our lives, and we both knew no other individual saw precisely the way that we felt. However much everyone loved the two craftsmen from the music business killing together, it didn't appear to be a blissful relationship. That is correct, things weren't all daylight and rainbows in their relationship. The flash between them flamed out before long, and obviously there were a few fundamental issues years after the fact. In 2003, Lopez at long last let the cat out of the bag on why she parted ways with Diddy. Incidentally, he had a remarkable meandering eye and a voracious moxie that left her inclination shaky and deficient. Lopez thought that he was undermining her despite the fact that she never got him in the demonstration. I was in this relationship with little guy where I was thoroughly crying insane and going crazy. It truly took for what seems like forever in a tailspin. I never got him, yet I just realized he'd say he was going to a club for 2 or 3 hours, and afterward never returned that evening. She further added, I needed to think what I like to be home with kids in 10 years, pondering where someone is at 3 a.m. during Lopez and Cole's relationship. There were reports that she would chase him down and thump. That lodging entryway is searching for him. I can't recollect at the present time. Yet I won't say it didn't occur. She said, I never got it yet. I just realized he'd say he was going to a club for 2 or 3 hours, and afterward never returned that evening. Poor J.Lo. Yet that wasn't the main explanation. She parted ways with the infamous rapper. This story continues to get more insane. We've proactively caught wind of Diddy's meandering eye and J.Lo's allegations of sexually transmitted diseases. Yet it turns out there's significantly more show to this red-hot relationship occasion. It required on the verge of start to finish, and it was finished confusion. And when it was over, certain individuals were tragically harmed. One individual, we should rewind to December 1999. Diddy and J.Lo were out at a club when things got ugly. The circumstance raised rapidly, bringing about an all-out shootout that left 3 individuals harmed. One of them genuinely reports recommend that Diddy began the actual quarrel after somebody tossed cash it in, and things spiraled wild from that point. As you can envision, this was a significant embarrassment. Two of the greatest names in the music business at the time were engaged with a fierce episode that stood out as truly newsworthy all over the planet. Yet however insane as that entire difficulty might have been, it wasn't truly the explanation. J.Lo chose to tap out with Diddy. No, the main problem occurred after the shooting. Diddy ran away from the area and was subsequently gotten by police close by the vocalist, who was captured and held for 14 hours in a row. It was a horrible encounter for the pop star, who was ultimately let not entirely oak because of absence of proof. Yet despite the fact that she was gotten free from any bad behavior, the profound harm had previously been finished. So it's nothing unexpected that J.Lo finished things with Diddy after that. Yet stand by there's more as per Diddy's side of the story. Jennifer was truly the one to blame. He blamed her for undermining him, which started an entire attempt at finger-pointing between the two to make matters considerably more confounded. Diddy's colleague T.K. Kirkland later let the cat out of the bag in a meeting, uncovering that J.Lo had burned through no time bouncing into one more relationship after their separation. It's a wild ride. People to truly make sense of the multitude of exciting bends in the road of this turbulent VIP sentiment. Jennifer Lopez parted ways with my man and was dating Ben Affleck. Under 9 hours, J.Lo has been causing disturbances in the media in a roundabout way, affirming bits of gossip about Diddy's sexual inclinations. In a new meeting, she was approached to pick either Diddy and another of her renowned exes, Ben Affleck, and her response, nothing from what was just mentioned. Jennifer Lopez. Here's what the fans needed to say regarding Diddy and J.Lo's relationship. Their relationship was an exposure stunt for her music profession. He's the explanation. Her vocation is what it is. She's the explanation. Terrible artists become something to search for. Since Diddy was Puff Daddy, we realized he was bi on the off chance that not K. And all that he accomplishes for X is on the off chance that they aren't dead, is ruin them. To quiet down now. This probably won't appear to be no joking matter from the get-go. Yet there's more going on than meets the eye. You see, the meeting occurred after J.Lo had proactively finished things with it, and many fans accept that her reaction was an unobtrusive gesture to Diddy's supposed sexuality. Yet here's where things get truly fascinating. In spite of the relative multitude of bits of gossip and hypothesis, J.Lo and Diddy have stayed very cordial throughout. The long-term truth be told, Diddy has gone on record saying that J.Lo was one of his extraordinary loves. They've been spotted together at different occasions, and surprisingly, as of late shared an Instagram live meeting where they were moving and living it up. So what gives assuming everything was okie dokie between these two? How could J.Lo abruptly begin standing in opposition to Diddy after such a long time? Well, certain individuals have a hypothesis. You see, back in the late 90 seconds, when they were together, Diddy wasn't out of the storage room. Yet even today, he hasn't by and large conceded to being gay. Yet there's sufficient proof out there to propose that it very well may be valid. Seems as though Diddy's insider facts are pouring out quicker than a shaken soft drink. Can the most recent celebs to join the cargo are not keeping down and uncovering the covering? First up we have, in all honesty, 50 Penny, who left no stone and turned in broiling Diddy on his digital broadcast. The rapper had everybody in lines with his clever pokes that utilized words like gay and rainbow, while alluding to the hip bounce magnate Puff Daddy. Or as we as a whole know him, Diddy appears as though Diddy is experiencing his own medication. In light of this, a fan tweeted, perhaps they are both gay, yet Diddy is more gay. 50 pennies said it. He said Diddy let him know he needed to take him shopping later on a shirt, who turned out to be Diddy's mentee, affirmed the news. He discussed a strange camp called Tune Flavor Camp that held every one of the key to Diddy's dull ways. Asher was just 14 when Diddy took over him, and bits of gossip say that Diddy was involved with him, all things considered. In addition to the fact that Diddy is an exemplary gay, he is a pedophile. It was likewise detailed that Diddy was engaged with gay gatherings and mystery clubs, and that he might have even tossed his very own person. Yet no, the peculiarity doesn't stop there. Reports have likewise uncovered that he had been discovered doing unseemly exercises with huge VIP dinners, obviously. And presently we have the main proof. Did he goof? Diddy unintentionally uncover that he and Usher used to awaken in a similar bed? You can perceive how bothered he got subsequently. As you could see, the rapper later attempted to cover the situation up by saying they used to battle about oat when they awakened once upon a time. Aside from that, in this image, did he painted Usher was 10, and he was 24. Indeed, even Puma Wright uncovered the real essence of Diddy and Usher relationship in a not-so-unpretentious manner. Mary realized Jag were all in all correct to allow things to go unnoticed, yet she likewise doesn't lie, so we realize that it was not exactly a tutor-understudy relationship. Surprisingly more dreadful is the way that Asha purportedly got herpes from Diddy, to which a fan remarked I've generally pondered when Usher dropped his hit. Let it consume like admissions. Did he know he had herpes? By then one more answered cleverly Usher is fortunate. It was herpes not AIDS, count yourself fortunate child. Seems like disseminating sexually transmitted diseases, like candy, has sort of forever been a propensity for Diddy. And assuming that you felt that was where Diddy's case tricks reach a conclusion, reconsider. Everything started with Clive Davis, who everybody knows has forever been Guy then. At that point came Usher that we've previously referenced later on. He was likewise reputed to have been associated with a gay relationship with Will Smith. Fans responded fiercely when the news got affirmed that Diddy was to be sure gay. A fan remarked, "Scene coast, heaps a delightful lady in his life," to cover the interdingling Diddy. In one of Diddy's raps, the video shows two men kissing, and the words "get out whatever will it take for me to quit being unfortunate and to be cherished the manner in which I truly need to be adored." I wind up pondering this on occasion. Yet I know how I need to be cherished. And I'm unnerved by really encountering it's like you on something, yet are uncertain about whether you're equipped for managing it at last. I need to have the option to relinquish my reservations and acknowledge them. The show simply continues to come. And this time it's the music's sovereign J.Lo who's stoking the fire with new proof and witnesses springing up left and right.